followed by Timothy John Brown. So let's welcome Timothy.
Yes, that's right, afterglow. It's the feeling that you get after sex. What? Pauline, a Kiwi up here talking about sex at a Toastmasters competition? But anyway, I want to start with a couple of jokes from the famous Billy T. James. So where do you weigh a whale? Anybody? At a railway station. How about where do you weigh a pie? No? Not even Canberra. Somewhere over the rainbow. Weigh a pie. I recently asked my daughter this. She's 4. And I asked her, am I funny? And she immediately started cracking up laughing. But is this the face of funny? I don't think so. But I know one particular face of funny. Who happens to be speaking after me. So, one thing I like to do with competitions or sort of speeches is to relate to the last speaker. So, Dimitri, I've got 2 for you. My mum always used to say that we need to buy some concrete shoes for you. And I was like, what? What do you mean concrete shoes? And I was like, could only be 3 options. A, you're growing too tall, too fast. You're costing me too much money in shoes, and concrete is an alternative, cheaper option. And 3, I can't remember my 3rd one. Oh, my feet stink, that's right. So that was another way of containing the odour. So I've been told that humour is a skill by many of people, and with any skills you can learn it, and you can break it down into little chunks and refine the intricacies of being funny. So some comedians use elevator humour, relatability, defy expectations. What does your audience relate to? Black humour, as in not the coloured person humour, as in when you're at work and you tell a funny joke and only the people in your workplace will get the joke because it's so inappropriate. So, let me defy your expectation. I consider myself an analogue native. And what do you mean by analogue native? It's the opposite to digital native. I didn't grow up with ones and zeros. I grew up with frequency and amplitude, which gives me wavelengths. I brought up with the cassette tape, the VCR, colour TV, no cell phones, no dial-up internet. So whenever you wanted to ring somebody and you didn't get them on the phone, you had to leave a message. Now, who here loves leaving an answering machine message? All in a violent agreement, I see. So, along with answering machines and my innate young driven ability to want to be a rapper, I decided to record my own track. For example, this was on my answering machine, by the way, or the family answering machine. It's the Graham family here, we like to say. We can't get to the phone right away. If you'd like to leave a message after the tone, we'll get back to you on the phone. To say that I put a lot of people off and they didn't leave a message. I was gutted. So, public speaking is not going to kill you. Most people just fear the fear. Oh no, gotta go, have to do a public speech, blah, blah, blah. No. However, I've turned this round. I look forward to to my public speaking afterglow on the bus, sharing it with other people on my way back to work. Sometimes with Frank even. I sit next to Frank, I close my eyes and I enjoy my journey to work. So, along with being an analog native, we also had to teach old people how to text and use technology. And sometimes that message gets mixed up. So I went to the UK for a trip, and I came back and I texted my granddad. I said, "Hey granddad, back from the UK." And he texts back, "Dear Timothy, comma, UK, WTF." I was like, "What? What do you mean WTF?" So I gave him a ring. And I said, "Granddad, do you know what WTF means?" And he goes, "Yeah, I do. One of the guys at the men's shed told me it means, wow, that's fun." And I was like, "Oh, okay then, well, that's all right. Just don't say that to too many younger people, whatever you do." So, elevator humour. Elevator humour is the time when you're walking up the stairs or in the elevator and you just start cracking up laughing. And you realise, oh, I could have said that joke 20 minutes ago. I said this to Dimitri. Dimitri was having a bad day. And I said to him, "Well, that's what entrepreneurs do." And it was stunned silence. And then 20 minutes later, as I was walking back up to my office, I just started cracking up. And I was like, "Oh, I wish I thought of that line beforehand." So if you have more of these elevator moments, they become sooner and wittier. You all know I'm a Kiwi, so sheep jokes. No, I'm not going to tell you one, but I'm going to give you some advice for telling me in the future. Do your research first. I've heard hundreds and thousands of them. If you've come up with an original one, tell me, but not beforehand, and then I may laugh. So, now that I'm finishing up, I'm going to bask in my afterglow. Ka kite anō, everybody. My name's Tim Graham.